All right, now we're going to move into multiplying and dividing, where we talk about decimals first. In the next video, we'll talk about fractions. Now, I want to remind you that whatever the sign says in the middle is what we go with. So if it has multiplication sign, we multiply. If it has a division sign like this, we divide. Or if it's in the division sign like this, we divide. What the sleeping man helps us do is determine what sign is our answer. So for the first one, we're going to multiply. Now these are decimals, so if you pay attention to your notes from yesterday, I said just ignore the decimals. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to say this is 148 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. Carry my 3. 16, 17, 18, 19. Carry my 1, 4, and 5. Now this isn't my answer because now I have to go put my decimals back in. I have one number after the decimal here and one number after the decimal here. So that's 2. So from the end, I move it in 1, 2 times. So I have 5.92. Then I'm going to refer to sleeping man. I have a positive. I have a negative. So my answer is going to be negative. So my correct answer is negative 5.92. Now this down here works the same way. There's no multiplication sign, but there is no sign in between here. So that means the whole number negative 21 and negative 4.1 is being multiplied. Now I'm going to ignore the decimals, just like I said I would. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Scoot over to get to the 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 1 plus 0 is 1. 4 plus 2 is 6. And 8 plus nothing is 8. Now this one's a little different because there's only actually one number that's behind the decimal. This doesn't have a decimal and there's no numbers behind it. So I'm just going to swing this one in one time. Use my sleeping man. I have a negative 21, negative 4.1, so I end up with a positive answer, so I get 86.1. And then the last one is dividing with decimals, and if we remember from yesterday, you can't have a decimal out here. Underneath is fine, but on the outside is not. So what I'm going to do is pull this in twice to make it a whole number. But if I pull it in twice here, I have to do the same thing on this side. 1, 2. So now I'm actually doing 9624, so 9,624 divided by 2. 2 will go into 9, 4 times. That's 8. 1 left over. Bring down my 6. 2 will go into 16, 8 times. Notice I'm keeping my numbers organized. And that's evenly, but I can't stop there because I still have this 2. 2 will go into 2 one time. Subtract that, bring down the 4. 2 will go into 4 2 times. Now, since I moved the decimal out earlier, and I don't have to move it back in. Once you make both those changes, you don't have to make a third change. So, my answer is 4,812. I had a positive and a positive, so my answer is going to stay positive.